Hey guys, Grim back with another video for Raidshadowlegends, and today we are going to talk about Hydra. And we have got B's account here, who we did a nightmare takeover for him, and able to pull off some nice damage and stuff like that. So we're going to go into the recording from the Twitch on this side of the stream and on Twitch, and see what result we got. So after that, we'll then check out the builds, masteries, and blessings. So there you are, guys. Like, one key team. Before we did this, we wasn't really getting anywhere on his account. I think the highest he got was actually hard. So we're not just skip brutal, we've skipped to nightmare. And as you can see in the run, I accidentally reset it. That's a massive kick in the balls, to be honest, when that happened. It is what it is, and in the end, I was able to get the one key straight after that. It's a very common team, and Chris makes it a really easy comp, but Chris can be replaced by certain champions. The synergy is there for sure. 4 OP epics for sure in their own rights, legendary. We're going to go over the builds and masteries on all these champions and stuff like that. So as you can see here, we have a very fast Duchess. We want to make sure that she's the fastest in the comp. So I look for roughly around about 270 speeds, and I make sure everyone's slower than her. So, and then I also make sure that Chris is the slowest, and the reason why I make Chris the slowest is because I want him to be the stun target, the bait target for Mischief, but as well as locking down DK. So as you can see here, all anything I'm worried about is good defense, good HP, and good speed. My apologies. You can choose to build resistance as well. B hasn't got that type of gear sitting on his account, unfortunately. And as you can see, we have arena masteries, so nothing too special there. She's fully booked, and then as you can see, we're just trying to build ability stats really. Then we're gonna go probably in the hardest build, to be honest. So Chris needs to be 1 speed faster or 2 speed faster than Mischief, so he puts up the buffs. And ideally he does that. So we've got 500 resistance, which is super nice. We have 400 accuracy for DK. We have 237, so Mischief is 236 on Nightmare. 4,800 and 50,000 HP. As we can see, you can't see this because of my camera, but there you are. It's there. Lovely. So the one thing I will say about Chris is you don't have to take Warmaster if you're struggling. You can afford to take Eagle Eye or Unshakable if you, ideally, and if you have to take them, you lose a bit of damage. I think we did 2 million with our Chris, so we lost quite a bit. You would lose like 2 million over the run, so not too crazy amount of damage. You could definitely build them stats. You need to get to close to 500 resistance as possible to give you the higher percent chance of getting her. So this account has no refresh or anything like that. So and the relentless is very tight, and the reflex as well. So we wasn't that lucky enough to be able to do what we want. So here you can see we've got 240 speed and 400 accuracy. This is the only thing I worry about really with Geo. You can pump some more defense and HP here, but obviously reflex is nice for that A3 ability here to get a cooldown. And then we have Eagle Eye here. Warmat still would be a bonus, but at the moment it is what it is. As you can see, it's not optimizing build. So these are the stats we got for Husk, and as you can see, we took Cycle of Violence, which is really important. Spirit Haste is quite nice. Lord Steel is nice, and a big one as well. And I will point this out: this is a huge ability. If your Husk or Rodard are gonna die and they nuke and they crit, they heal up quite a bit, as long as there's no heal reduction on them. So Life Drinker is something that you really need to take on your builds. Now, we couldn't get Relentless everywhere, unfortunately, but we did get Husk and Relentless, and he was probably the harder build. So we got 277 accuracy Ideally want 300 accuracy here, but we just couldn't get it. Critical damage is quite low, 218, but it is what it is. We are running at 239 speed and then 70,000 HP. So as you can see, the builds are not crazy like my account, and we come in and pretty much one keyed straight away. We didn't really get a challenge, if I'm honest. This is Yugo, probably the easiest build to make. You want to make sure that Yugo goes before all your DPS champions, obviously. So you want her to be the second fastest. So she's 246 speed, 3.8 defense, 56,000 HP, and 390 accuracy. Again, we do want to get closer to that 400 accuracy where we can. And these are the masteries. Again, we could have gone with Eagle Eye if we wanted to, however we didn't. We took Hexa to extend the defense down and block buffs if we can, and then Sniper for the extra chance. Then we have Cycle of Violence again with Law of Steel. So Cycle of Violence is super nice to have on most of your champions. Just be careful if you take it on your Duchess, right? Because you don't want that Veil to come around too early, or it's going to send your team out of sync. So just be careful of that. And then we have the Royal Guard. So the Royal Guard is not in anything special. Again, we have got Cycle of Violence, we have Life Drinker, we have Law Steel, and we have Spirit Haste. So if some of you champions do fall over and you are struggling to revive them, let's say Duchess revives on a cooldown, this will give you more speed to get that. So that is a nice ability just to have there. So nothing special on Royal Guard. Again, ideally we want Relentless, we want Refresh, but we're missing all that juicy gear really, and it's a bit of a disappointment. But we did get 245 speed, 267 critical damage, really good HP, and reasonable defense. I think overall this is a really good Royal Guard build. That is not in what we need. So yeah, it is what it is. I really like this build at the day. So there's two. I think we've gone through all the champions, if I'm honest. So as you can see with B's video, it was really important to lock down DK. So 277 accuracy was quite a bit, locking down DK quite well, which was super nice. However, you just got to think, if there's suffering that comes up, you do get 200 more resistance, and that's when you start getting resistance more, so you do need to be careful. Chris can do some provoking. There's also a lot of options for Chris now for that role. If you don't have them, check out my YouTube channel. We have lots of different guides on that, and I've got more guides coming on different champions, so just keep an eye on the channel. We are working our way through. We still got Brutal to tackle on B's account, so we're now looking for a 1-key Nightmare, 1-key Brutal, and a 1-key Hard on his account. We should be fairly fine. I think Brutal might be a bit more challenge. We're gonna have to move that gear around for sure, but we're ready for our challenge, so it's looking good. There you are, guys. I was really surprised that this account hit Nightmare. My target was Brutal. It is a bonus to B and for me, so a great achievement on both ends, and it will actually really take his account into a really long way. Let me know down in the comments if you enjoyed this video and what difficulty you're doing on Hydra. And again, I really hope you enjoyed this video, enjoy the music, and let me know your thoughts in the comments. And if you're interested in takeover, you can also find that information in my Discord, waiting for you there. Until the next video, it's peace for me. Have a great weekend, and come and check out my streaming on Twitch. Again, link down below. Good night.